So I'm working on a JoJo cosplay for Otakon, and like, I'm almost done, right? 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 That looks done, right? I don't have to knit anymore, right? Right? Listen, I know there's gonna be a ton of people that are like, why don't you just buy it? Why? Because I'm not against buying costumes or whatever. I have a Hinata cosplay around here from Haikyuu. I bought the outfit for that because after I've tried to make some sports costumes, sports anime costumes, and like if it's not something like Yuri on Ice where they all have like outfits or something, I'm not about that. Can you see? Oh man, I'm reflected in my own glasses. That's weird. Anyway, I'm really not about it. I really can't do it because I just can't. So like so the biggest problem with buying this scarf, even though I totally wouldn't be against it, is that I've looked for this fucking scarf, and a lot of them are like $60 to $80, and I get it. It's a long scarf, and people have put a lot of time and effort into making it, but I'm not about to drop $80 on a scarf that I know that if I just put a lot of time in, I could probably make. Plus, I got like 6 months until Otakon. This scarf isn't going to take me 6 months, especially if I work on it a decent amount every time I have a little bit of time or whatever. So, no big deal. And JoJo in and of itself is a pretty easy costume because you can just buy all the parts. So I'm really not that concerned about it. It's all the other 5,000 fucking other costumes that I gotta worry about. I mean like you can't really see it. I'm gonna try and show you. Look at all this. I got all this shit in here. I got a bunch of stuff in here. Like, it's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous, but I'm not shitty at making costumes. Not that I make bad costumes, because if you've seen, I don't really post on Instagram or anything like that, but if you've looked at it, you've seen that I have, my Alice costume turned out pretty good from Shadow Hearts. I cosplayed Alice Elliott from the first Shadow Hearts game because I love her design. And it turned out pretty well. I've made Yona, because I've only been I've only been making my own costumes the last several years. My Yona turned out pretty well, although I did have bases for that. But whatever. The point is, sorry, that was really bright. The point is that it's really not that terrible. I'm not that bad. Oh, that light's awful though. I'm really not that bad at making my own costumes. It's just that I'm lazy and I don't take the time out to make costumes, so I end up planning for like 8 of them, and then I make like 2 or 3, which is fine. You really shouldn't be bringing like 10 costumes to a con anyway. I mean, unless that's the whole thing for you, that's fine. But for me, I end up in the dealer's room a lot. I end up hanging out with people, so like I'm in costume and that's great, but it's not about being it's not about having 7 different costumes anyway. So whatever. Oh, I just wanted to complain a little bit because, like, I've been knitting for, like, 45 minutes, and I'm not the quickest knitter, but also knitting is just a commitment, you know? It doesn't matter how fast you knit, it's gonna take you 5 fucking years to do everything. I've knit, like, 3 other scarves before in my life. I can only make scarves, to be honest. I'm not great at knitting. But I'm lucky I at least have the ability to, wow, my fucking light's terrible. I'm just lucky I have the ability to knit, because if I didn't, this would suck a fucking lot. It would really honestly suck. But I have 6 months until Otakon, and I'm not going to any other conventions currently, or at least I'm not planning to. Although I'm thinking about, I might be going to VidCon. I don't know. Depends. We gotta see about my schedule and what's going on with my boyfriend or whatever. But not important. The important part is that I'm really not looking forward to knitting that goddamn scarf, but whatever. Is anybody else going to any conventions or working on any costumes? And if you are, want to complain about it? Because I certainly wouldn't fucking mind, to be honest. I'm really hoping to get a new camera, because I don't have a camera. I'm using my phone, which is why the quality is always kind of shit, but not really a big deal, to be honest. It's more like convenience. Since I started getting paid more, because I got a promotion, technically, and I'm working at a new position in the company that I'm at, or whatever, I could probably afford to buy one. I don't know if I'm going to buy one this pay or if I'm going to wait till next pay or whatever, because if you've graduated from college, you know about loans and shit. I got to pay off my loans this pay, so I might wait until next pay. But you know, whatever, not really a big deal. Most people probably wouldn't talk about their pays. I don't care. Not a big deal. Depends. And plus there's a bunch of games coming out I got to see. I want to pre-order I want to pre-order. I've technically already put money down on pre-ordering Persona 5, but I really want to get the Steal Your Heart edition, which is $100. Most of the time I wouldn't do this, but I'm a really big fan of Persona 5, and I have a lot of feelings about it, and I'm really excited for it, so I might actually put that $100 down. But yeah, if anybody else is working on costumes and want to talk about it, go ahead. If you just want to talk about whatever the fuck else, I don't really care. I'm mainly just gonna be working on this goddamn scarf for another hour or two, and then I'm gonna die by playing video games. I got a lot of... Sorry, I shifted it over just because I I don't know. Yeah, I got a lot of games I need to play. I just beat Danganronpa 2. I've been at the final chapter for like 2 months. Finally beat it. And now I can move on to something else. Probably gonna try and beat Hatsune Miku, the third game, Diva X, because I've been in the middle of that for a while, and it's really just playing songs, and I'm not bad at it, so whatever. Anyway, let me know what you think of all this and what you're gonna be doing in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!